Hello, YouTube. It's Chris with C-Dub Sports Cards, and we are back today with another episode of Cheap Ass Blaster Boxes. I picked up these Topps Chrome Champions League, Women's Champions League, for about $7.50 a blaster box. And we have 4 of them total. We're going to do 2 today and 2 in another video. 7 packs, 4 cards per pack, like all Chrome products. Look for Chrome autograph cards. All base cards have rare colored Chrome parallels, including number parallels, including the 1 of 1. Look for amazing new inserts, including Dream Baller, Vibe, Noble 1, and Rhythmic. I don't know if any of those are like limited or rare, but yeah. So Topps Chrome Champions League ladies. I don't know anything about female Champions League. I believe Arsenal is the defending champion from last year. I don't know any of the ladies that play in Europe, really. Most of the American ladies play in the NWSL, which is the soccer league in the United States. I don't think we have too many that go over to Europe and play. So these will mostly be like European women. And I don't know that many European women. I know the French. I don't know what team she's on for her club, but the French national team has a big defender that has played, in like the last 2 or 3 World Cups. She's like the only one I know. We'll see if we can find her. We'll see if there's any other names that like ring a bell. Like I want to say this girl here looks familiar. She might also be French. I think I've seen her before. I don't know these other girls. But anyway, Topps Chrome Blaster Box for $7.50. I couldn't say no at $7.50. Now, here's my hope. We've all opened up Topps Chrome products in other sports. And we know that like this year in baseball, especially in retail formats, parallels were very difficult to come by other than the guaranteed ones, i.e. the Ray Waves, the non-numbered ones, the X-Fractors. Sure, you got 10 of those as promised per box. But that's not that exciting when it's promised and they're not numbered. So my hope is that the production on this is low enough that we will be able to pull a numbered card out of each box. I think there's potential for this. Like I said, there's no way they produced as much of this as they do like, baseball or basketball. And if they kept the same amount of parallels and like the same numbered structure, I don't see how you wouldn't pull a numbered card out of each of these boxes. So let's see how we do. Ultimate cheap rip. $15 worth of product in front of us, and that included shipping. This is an eBay find. We picked up 4 of these for like $30 with shipping. It's an interesting look. It's definitely like different than baseball. I feel that we have seen maybe a design similar to this, but I'm not sure. So here we go. Giulia Gwynn from Bayern Munich. There's our first insert, a Golazo of Lily Murphy, rookie. We'll put that in the good pile. It's a rookie, and it's an insert. Rookie, Elia Pilgrim. She plays for Roma. And Linda Caicedo, Future Stars. I'm guessing she's a pretty good player. She plays for Real Madrid. Usually in similar, so usually in Europe, if you have a good men's team, you probably have a good women's team too. They probably spend a little more resources than some of the other teams. So, like I said, Arsenal won the Champions League last year, and Arsenal men are winning the Premier League this year. Like, there's definitely like a connection. Julie Brand, I believe that's Werder Bremen. An insert of Decinifer Marozani, or Marozan. Decinifer Marozan. OL Lyonnaise. That's obviously some insert, but I don't know what it is, but it looks good. We'll put it aside. We've got Christina Gorella from Juventus and Sydney Schertenlieb, rookie from Barcelona. Okay. No color yet. Couple inserts. No names that I recognize, but like I said, there's going to be very few names that I recognize. Damaris Igurola. Inside look, Fridolino Rolfo from Barcelona, some sort of like insert behind the scenes look kind of thing. A Garelli, I think we saw Garelli already. Not numbered from Juventus, but Garelli on like the sparkle, the crackle, whatever we're going to call it. And Aaron Cuthbert from Chelsea. Okay, we've only seen one parallel. This isn't what I was hoping for. Come on, we need some color. We need some color. Maybe a silver or a refractor in this pack. Future Stars, Rosa Kafaji. A rookie, Ariana Arias on this insert again. We do have a refractor of Emily Fox. And then Philippa Angel Doll. It does say that Miss Fox is a USA international. To be honest, whenever I watch, I've never seen her get called up. I'm not saying she's bad. She says she joined in the team in January of 24. Like I said, she did win the Champions League because she is with Arsenal. So, a silver Emily Fox, I guess we'll put it in the good pile. She is an American who won the Champions League. But I still would like to see some color. I feel that there should be color in all of these. Naomi Lazell, who plays for Man City. That's a rookie. Queens of Football. That's a good-looking insert. Julie Blockstad, rookie. We've got another of these, like, crackly, whatever they're calling these. Looks like cracked ice, but they can't use cracked ice because that's owned by Panini. They look nice. Ua Pajor from Barcelona. And Estelle Cascarino, rookie. Okay. 2 packs left from box 1. We've gotten 2 parallels now. Some cool inserts, but we need some color. And unfortunately, we are getting duplicates in one blaster box, which is always disappointing. Hey, look, some color. Aha. Mara Louisa Groves, looks like the goalkeeper for Bayern Munich. A Galazzo of Kadidi Atu Diani. Diani, I think, is that French girl I was talking about. So that's not bad. Our numbered card is 61 of 199. It's right there by her sock. Don't know if you guys can see that with the glare, but Sandy Baltimore. Okay. And Pallor. Like I said, we saw Pallor. Now, it wasn't a base, but still. I don't like seeing duplicates in a 24 card. That's all that's in here, 24 cards. And a 24 card box. Like, we couldn't give me another Barcelona player on the base. And, sometimes you get it in the same pack. You'll get the base and the parallel. And you're just in, like, the same pack. And it's really annoying. I don't understand why they do that. Yanina Minge, rookie. Selma Baca. That name sounds familiar, too. She might also play on the French national team. I know the French national team because they usually make it pretty far in, like, international tournaments. Ramirez, rookie from Chelsea on the crackle. See, and then there you go. Perfect example. 4 cards in the pack, 2 Ramirez's, a base and a crackle in the same pack. So we got at least 2 duplicates in 24 cards, which is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I don't understand at all how they can't get these sorting machines to, like, figure this out, that it's the same player and that we don't want the same player in the same box, let alone the same pack. So we did get our color out of box 1. Let's see if we can get a color out of box 2. I would never pay $19.95 for these or whatever they were on the shelf. They're definitely not worth that. But $10, or less. I figure for $10 or less, that's anything for $10 or less to me, it's worth ripping. We'll give it a shot. Danielle Vandendonk. That name sounds familiar too. She might be Dutch. I'm of Dutch heritage, so I do watch like the Dutch women sometimes. I think she is Dutch. Dream Baller. It's the first one of those we've seen. Kind of like that. She's got the heart sign over the Man City. Laura Blinkilled Brown. Miel Lacrar from Real Madrid rookie. And Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze. That name also sounds familiar. Well, yeah, it's defender Lucy Bronze, one of the most decorated players in European history. So, yeah, she's been around for a while. Probably definitely seen her play in, like, World Cups and Women's Euros and stuff. Like, that name sounds very familiar. So, yeah, so there's a few girls, and a few lady soccer players I know from this set. There's a few. Mariona Caldente? Queen of Football, Evelyn Vines. Canadian international. That's why she sounds familiar. Pilgrim from Rome. I think we had that in the first box. And Future Stars Caicedo. We had both those cards in the first box. So once again, not a very good job with the collation from 2 boxes, only 48 cards. I'm not sure if it says anywhere how big the set is. I did not see it on the box. But you have to think it's at least 100 cards. So, like, they usually don't make sets too much smaller than 100 cards. Laura, there's Blinkade Brown again. We had that insert earlier. There's her base rookie card. A Chiara Bakari rookie on the Galazzo. Lindsay Heaps. Hey, okay, I said that no Americans play there. That is incorrect. Lindsay Heaps has played on the American national team before. Oh, I'm sorry. No, she's actually French. Excuse me, I misspoke. But she was the Women's Champions League winner with the French side in 21-22. But I've heard of that name before. Heaps. And Garelli. Garelli for Juventus. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure which of these rookies we're looking for, but I'm only putting like rookie inserts and rookie parallels to the side. I didn't do any research before. You know me, I'm anti-research. Here's Gwyn again. We saw her in the first box. Jewel Brand. Leah Schuler from Bayern Munich on the whatever insert that is. And Sydney Schertenlieb on the rookie. We might have saw Sydney already too. All right. Couple more packs to go. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate you all. Please leave a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you all being here, going through these cards that most of us have never seen before and don't know any of these people. Damaris Igarola. Micah Hamano, inside look. Future Stars on the Kafaji, we've seen her before. And Cuthbert, we've seen her before. All right. 2 packs to go. Hopefully we can find a color in this box as well. I do kind of like the look of these, though. Like I said, I'm not sure. Oh, look, there's Kavashi again. Hey, look, we did get a color. It's red. Hopefully it's traditional red numbering. Rosa Kafaji, who we just saw on our parallel. Rookie Elik Wangerheim. Yep, look at that. 4 of 5. Pernille Harder from Bayern Munich. Okay. Yeah. A red to 5 out of a $7.50 retail box. Well, sometimes cheap-ass blasters have surprises hiding inside. That's all we're gonna say. That's all we can say. What does it say about Harder? A rare player that only comes along once in a while. Danish superstar pairs intelligence with creativity to dance around defenders before completing the job with a deadly finish. Scored a 13-minute hat trick against Arsenal in the Champions League group stage game. So she put up a hat trick against the team that eventually went on to win the whole thing. So that's probably not terrible. It's not a rookie or anything, but, like I said, she does play for a big squad in Bayern Munich. And it's a pretty red, numbered out of 5. That's actually pretty sick. Last pack, we accomplished what I had hoped to accomplish. 1 numbered card out of each box. Naomi Lizell, rookie. Maria Luisa Groves. Fowler, Mary Fowler on the cracked ice diamond, whatever we're calling it. And Cascarino, Estelle Cascarino on the rookie. All right, let's go over our hit stacks. Box 1, Ramirez on the sparkle. Baltimore to 199 on the blue or aqua. We got a Golazo of Diani. Like I said, Diani, I believe, is one of the top players, so that's a pretty good Golazo. Pelor on the cracked ice. Queens of Football, Blockstad, rookie. Fox on the silver. That might have been our only silver. I don't remember seeing a silver in the second box. A rookie of Ariasi on whatever insert this is. A Gorelli on the cracked ice, but it's not a rookie. I should probably just put that over there. DeZenifer Marozon on whatever insert this is. And the Golazo Lily Murphy rookie. So first box was a card to 199, which is kind of what I would expect, when I say finding a numbered card. Box 2, though, provided the fire. Wangerham on whatever insert this is. The cracked ice future stars of Kafaji. Leah Schuler from FC Bayern Munich on the whatever insert this is. Heaps on the cracked ice. Golazo, Chiara Bakari. Queens of Football, Evelyn Vines. The only Dream Baller that we found, so the Dream Ballers might be a little rarer. Laura Blinkilled Brown, rookie. And there's our red of Pernille Harder, 4 of 5. Which, I know it's Women's Champions League football, but besides the super factor, I don't think there's any lowering number than to 5. And, she's the striker for Bayern Munich, one of the big clubs. I'd say that's a pretty solid hit out of a $7.50 retail box. Tell me what you guys think down below, ladies soccer. Definitely the first time we've ever done a ladies soccer rip. I've never done any NWSL products. Like I said, I'm not necessarily against it, but it's got to be at the right price. And I figured $7.50 a box for Topps Chrome, that's the right price. Let's give it a shot. So we have 2 more. We'll do those in the future. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not already. You guys all have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you next time.